Hello and welcome to my Valencia Grand Prix preview for 2012. I really enjoyed these series, so make sure you press that like button, subscribe and leave a comment below about what you think about the video. So the first part I want to talk about is probably the future of the race. I mean, will this be happening again? It's a European Grand Prix. Will we ever see a European Grand Prix again? Obviously we've got the sort of America coming up, and we've got the South African one apparently going to be coming soon as well, and the Russian, so there's not much space. I mean, the maximum we can have really is 20 Grand Prix a year. So this race could be going, especially with like the economic climate at the moment. Spain is really struggling, so this could be a factor. So we're going to have a quick little run through the last Grand Prix, which is quite an entertaining race. It's mainly about tyres and just trying to sort of look after your tyres and just trying to make the best strategy work for you. Lewis come first, and then we had the Lotus in second and Perez in third. So it was a really good race for the second and third. Perez managed to sort of control his tyres like he's really good at for some reason. I'm not sure whether it's the car or it's actually his driving style, but it definitely seems to work very well together. Lotto and Vettel went for a very risky strategy, but it didn't really pay off. Obviously, he was trying to get into first and understand getting the extra points really does count, but in hindsight I'm sure they probably thought it was a mistake. Obviously they thought perhaps the tyres could hang on and they could just stay out in first, but obviously Lewis was coming a lot faster from behind and was really being able to control the race. Obviously at first I'm a big Lewis fan, so I was really pleased to see him win, and see him sort of catching them up was really cool and overtake them. Obviously the DRS was perhaps a little bit artificial at times, but it was designed for the faster cars to get past the slower cars, and it was doing that. So we have a little talk about the Valencia Grand Prix. It can be a little bit boring at times. It's not the most entertaining race to watch. It can be very hard to take, and it's a very expensive Grand Prix, which is not the best way to go about it, but it should be a good race anyway, especially with the sort of tyres. We see a potentially 8th winner. We don't know. My predictions for the race has to be sort of Red Bull and probably Ferrari will be strong. With probably McLaren just sort of around abouts. Jensen or Lewis could do really. I reckon for pole position, I reckon Vettel. He's really strong around this track. Actually won it last year from pole, I think it was. And Alonso actually come second last year. I actually predict Alonso will come on to win the race, and Vettel will probably come in second or third. We've probably got a strong result from Webber because he's quite strong in this race as well. But I wouldn't be surprised if Hamilton manages to sort of get some good times in to get around about Vettel's time for qualifying, or comes in third for the race. It's a very topsy-turvy season. We could see a Lotus win or a Mercedes again, or Michael Schumacher maybe. That'd be really exciting to see. Now we have a quick little run through the gossip before the race. Button has been having lots of problems, as I'm sure you know. The last 3 races have been mega sort of problems with tyres. Just can't get the balance right with the tyres. It's just really struggling, and he's finding it really hard to sort of stay out with Hamilton. So he's actually decided to actually go with the same setup as Hamilton to see if it actually changes the car and hopefully improves his race pace and qualifying. This is another interesting comment from one of the motorsport directors. He actually said he predicts Michael Schumacher can actually be 8th winner, which is quite interesting because I wouldn't say this track's a Mercedes like strong point. I mean, there's a lot of slow corners, which is very much Red Bull and sort of Ferrari territory. So this is a bit of an interesting comment, and it obviously be great to see Michael Schumacher win again. He's been really unlucky this season, and I really like to see him sort of get some good results and the luck just to turn his way a little bit. I hope he doesn't end at the end of this season. I think he has been growing quite a bit since coming back, and this season has been a lot better. A major thing at the moment for F1 is the costing, and Judd Ton's actually come out and said he actually wants to improve costing for all the teams. Obviously with Greece, Spain struggling at the moment in the economic climate, this has to be drastically changed. So obviously you've got to look at ways for making it cheaper. There's been some new improvements that have been contracted for extension to their contract, the Brazilian Grand Prix, past 2014. Obviously we have to keep the Brazilian Grand Prix. I think it's a great track. I think there's history behind it with Senna and everything. And we always seem to have Brazilian drivers in the grid, so we definitely have to sort of keep this Grand Prix on. It's definitely one of the sort of concrete 10 we have to keep. A Valencian director actually manages the race and actually puts it on, actually quoted as saying, anyone who makes a profit out of hosting an F1 race deserves a Nobel Prize for economics, which is quite a dramatic statement and saying that might actually annoy quite a lot of people, because I'm sure people do potentially make money off of it. I mean, it's a very tricky business to sort of, it costs a lot. Bernie's a little bit greedy with the monies at the moment and sort of taking a lot from each track. So it's more of a sort of, almost like a small Olympics at the moment, or very small Olympics, where you sort of show yourself off to the other countries, It's almost seen as like you're selling the country, not just trying to make like a race. That's all I have for you today, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you press that like button, comment, and come back soon for more F1 racing content. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day.